How are we doing, everyone, and welcome to episode 9 of Talking to Mod. Today we are going back into the boxing ring with Conrad Cummings. Lovely fella, followed each other for a long time now on Twitter and Instagram, and it's been good to get to know him. So today I'm going to get to know a little bit more about him, which I'm really looking forward to. So sit back, relax, enjoy episode 9 of Talking to Mod with Conrad Cummings. Enjoy. Happening? All good, mate, yeah?
All good, mate. If hear somebody cry, it's my wee six-month-old baby, so.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because if you hear someone cry, it's probably my little boy as well, because he's in the bath next door. But
we're equal, no, it's all good.
We're both in the same boat, man.
Yeah.
But how are you, mate? You all well?
I'm great. Life's good. Two wee girls, children. I'm coaching. I've got my professional boxing coaching license now, direct fighters. Busy with classes, and life's good. Life's good,
man. And you're in Northern Ireland as well, aren't you?
So I'm from Northern Ireland. I'm from Queen Island, County Tyrone, the ghetto. But it's about 35 minutes from Belfast. Yeah, so Northern Ireland.
Yeah, so this is like probably a local one for us both, really. We're probably a stone's throw away from each other, because I'm in Belfast at the moment.
We're in Belfast now. We're half an hour, 40 minutes.
Decent, man. So let's get to know a little bit more about you, mate. So how did you first start getting involved in boxing?
Well, it's a very good question. So I started when I was 9. I followed my big shout out to the YAs class. Shout out to Young Irelanders, yeah, big time. Just someone comments her. Yeah, so I started when I was 9. I was sort of, I don't like going into too much depth of this, but I was quite a heavy kid. I was sort of like bullied, not physically, body, just more verbally, kid in school and stuff, and probably the team own brothers and sisters and all. Also, the fuckers. But yeah, so I went down to blow off some steam. My brother boxed a bit, David. He's listening. David, what's happening? And yeah, so my dad would tell you if he was here. He thought there was no boxing in me. I was heavy, a bit of a mummy's boy, still a mummy's boy. But I remember my first fight in a wee place in Arbo. And I went in and I just was natural. First, I just had it. I was a chubby figure, but I just came to me so easily. And so that day I just took off. Next thing, Frank Gervin, God rest him, he said to me, "Son, you're a brilliant boxer." And it was something that sticks with me to this day. Such a change in point in my life. He was sort of say bullied verbally, nothing bad, just kids and stuff in school, but he took me aside. He said, "Conrad, you're just a good boxer." He says, "But you're just a bit heavy, son." And he said, "I promise you, if you lose weight, by the time you're 11, you'll be Irish champion." And anyway, fast forward the clock from I was 9.5 till I was 11. I'd lost 2 stone and I was Irish champion. So, brilliant. Frank, God, fair play, Frank. Frank's dead, God rest him.
Listen, that's brilliant, man. That's a fantastic story, because I mean, since I've been here, I've only been in Belfast or Northern Ireland about 2 years now. But just by walking around the town and some of the parks, there is such a heavy. It's a real big boxing community. Like a lot of people I know box in local gyms. There's a few boxing statues as well. I'm not sure of who they are. You'll probably be able to tell me better than me. But I noticed there's one in the town near the, I think it's called the Cathedral Quarter or something like that.
Really, man.
Is that the one? Yeah. I've only seen it driving past. I haven't actually. Yeah. But I mean, if ever it was going to happen in Belfast or Northern Ireland, do you reckon it did go the right way for you?
Yeah, like it's funny, buddy. Like life's full of twists and turns for everyone, not just me. But for whatever you believe in God or the secret or whatever, each their own. But the world universe has got a weird way of taking you where you need to go, and there's many lessons on the way. So had a good, unbelievable career. As soon as time goes on, I started to appreciate how much I did do and achieve. Okay, I lost my European title, and I dreamed of fighting world title, sorry, and I was very close, but I missed the boat for one reason or another, and but all is well, all is good.
What age were you when you first started getting involved?
In boxing and all, well,
Yeah.
I said before I started, I was 9.
9.
First fight was 9. My first Irish title won when I was 11. My first international for Ireland was 13. Boxing Ipswich, Ireland versus England, which I won. Boxing the Europeans and World Championships. The Europeans in Hungary, Shifok, and the World Championships in Azerbaijan, Baku, when I was 16 for Ireland. Was full time in the Irish team. Won 5 Irish titles. Boxed over the world. Could same the Mexican girls. Traveled the world with them. Lived in Mexico. Boxing the world's best. Beat Curtis Bonter 2008 Olympic silver medalist. Beat him in the World Series of Boxing. Beat him over 5 rounds in Mexico City. For over 5 rounds. Beat him up. Turned pro at 22. Boxed America twice. Won both. Won by knockout. Headline 5 times. There was 2-time WBO European champion. Was world ranked number 13. There's one stage Billy Joe Saunders was calling me out, so I had a good run.
That's brilliant, mate. Honestly, that's fantastic. The way you listed it off like that, like a timeline. It's I was listening to it.
That was the way sort of debrief for anyone who doesn't know me or doesn't know my career. That's a wee quick rundown.
No, that was brilliant, mate. And to be honest, I'm thinking, fuck me, I've only ever won a game of Conkers in my life. You know what I mean? Calm down, mate. But
you're not far away, me, mate.
But it's fair to say that it's always been your life, right? So you must have dedicated everything, you know. And I'll be honest, that my dad loved boxing, and my dad was really handy at boxing, and I used to box down in Three Bridges, which is in West Sussex, and we used to have Ross Minter. He used to come in and train us, and Michael Alders as well used to come in and train us. And I'll be honest with you, I loved it because I loved the training. But like, as soon as I had a couple of bouts, and as soon as someone hits me on this nose, mate, that's it.
I'm not being cheeky now, but you're a good looking fella, but you couldn't box that nose, it's get broken first fight.
I like the way you gave me a compliment first.
I mean that in a polite way. My nose is just a wee flat thing, you know, but that nose would be broken. Yeah. First messing that would broke, like.
People can see me when I'm walking around the corner. They see my nose first before they see me, mate. I tell you, but I appreciate any sort of. I mean, yourself, you're an athlete, you know, to do the training and to dedicate your whole life around it. It's phenomenal because that training is so intense, mate. Like, obviously, try and give us a little bit of a rundown on how it was for you, like through the training camps to trying to shred the weight to getting up to the level.
Very good question. So, like, I was always a very hard trainer. But looking back now, I'm 32. I've been retired when I was 30. But I probably burnt myself out a little bit too soon. There's a happy medium. I was a bit of a workhorse, which is a great thing. But my first trainer, when I turned pro at 22, was also a bit of a work, like taskmaster sort of thing. You know, it was like when I turned pro, I get alopecia. My hair fell out. I get big patches in my hair fell out. I get alopecia. I don't know if I was to the training or the stress or the, there's a happy medium. Like when I turned pro, I was sport a lot. I was doing like 200 rounds sparring for a fucking 6-rounder, which is absolutely insane. And the spars, like for anyone who doesn't know, are like sort of like fights. You know, they're not. There's nothing easy about them. You know, they're like fights in the gym. You know, so tough on the body. Like just the tough on the body, and over a long period of time, you know, like just like it's like sort of like driving a car. You buy a brand new Audi. And it's meant as fast, as sharp, it looks the part. But if you drive, I think until it's 200,000 miles in it, it's still like Audi, but it's got miles in the clock. So being totally honest now, and emotions, you know, taking away from it. It's the only way I can describe what happened in my career. Being honest, I felt it was a really good car, like a, you know, top of the line Jaguar, but just fucking miles in the clock, just training, sparring, hard fights, hard spars, and towards the end, just couldn't get back to what it once was. And that's no one's fault, not being no one. That's just life, I guess. Don't even I could don't even I could describe to you. That's how I could describe it. I hope that makes sense.
No, of course it does, mate. 100% it makes sense. I mean, I know, like I said to you, I didn't do it nowhere near the level you've done it, mate. And I'm not trying to put myself in any sort of bracket at all. I used to love it. I wouldn't say I got pushed into it. I used to love the whole training. And as I said, because my dad did it, I felt I wanted to do it as well. But it's you really have to be. Boxing's one of these things, and I've said it so many times. You can't go in there and only give like 75%. You need to give the whole 100%, because if you don't,
so like I lost my last couple of fights. Like example, I lost my European title to Luke Keeler, who's never fought for a little, but beat me fair and square. But I wasn't at my best for personal reasons. No one's fault. Not taking nothing out of him. He boxed fantastic and beat me fair and square. And I'm not taking nothing out of him. But in the game of at that level, especially if you're not at 100%, like it's just not good enough. You know, maybe at the lower level, you can maybe get away with it, but if that makes sense, like everything has to be spot on, like everything, mentally, physically, and emotionally.
100%, mate. You can't go in there, as we're saying, you know, and sort of have any sort of doubt in yourself. As soon as you go in there, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you go in there and if there's any sort of doubt in your mind, that thinking, shit, what am I doing here? This might not go to plan. You're going to end up getting smashed.
If you with any sort of doubt, I promise you that you have no chance. You have to be like boxers are all about top in the head. So you have to be any person, you know, that wants to get in to go. Like I used to go out when I was 22, live in London for 12, 14 weeks in an apartment, train twice a day. Cost me thousands of pounds. You know, living my own. It looks fancy when you walk out in the Odyssey or like Ulster Hall or anywhere in Belfast, but that's your half an hour of glitz and lamb. The rest is, you know, it's tough. It's tough, you know. But you know, I loved it. As soon as I look back now, I'm proud of what I've done. I had a great career, and I've so many people recently, you know, asked me about my career and love watching me. Okay, I lost a couple of fights, you know, but I'm human, and I came to fight. And anyone that watched me or didn't watch me, you know, I fought with my heart and my sleeve.
Brilliant, man, brilliant. Who would you say was a role model for you growing up?
See, to be honest, when I left my first trainer, Shane McGuigan, I was going to go to Ricky Hadden or speak to him, maybe going to Ricky. I'm friends with Ricky. I still be in contact all the time with him. I looked up to Ricky. I loved the way he fought. I sort of had a similar style, one bomb, you know, thank you, mom sort of style, attacking, aggression, body shots. And I always wonder what if, you know, I went to Jimmy Moore after Shane. Don't know. But no, my dad said this is pretty funny. My dad's 64 and he's I love him, but he's got no filter. He says, "You're not going to get him. You fucking end up in the pub with that fucker." He meant that in a good way, like nothing bad towards that. That's what he said.
Of course, man. Of course, that's good. I mean, a boxer I used to love to watch is Joe Kawasaki. He was.
Loved him. I used to travel. I wanted to watch Joe fight 7 or 8 times. I watched him boxing in America with my dad. Watched him boxing Wales, England. Sort of followed Joe through a good bit of his career.
Oh, yeah. No, he was phenomenal to watch. I mean, I remember me and my dad staying up late at night watching him. He just made it look effortless, didn't he?
Just threw those punches fast, and it was brilliant because my dad used to say to me, look at Joe Zag. Joe Zag didn't do weights. He was old school, like hit the bag and run and sparring over. I used to do those weights and weight training, which you have to do in boxing high level. He used to like, look at Joe Zag. He was sort of, Joe was like old school, running the hills and hitting the bag just now. And if you look at him, he wasn't that muscular. He was quite trim, thin, but what a fighter. Unreal, so fast, though, so good to watch.
I used to love his showboating as well. And I mean,
Yeah.
my dad's old school. He used to hate it, but for me, it was entertaining. It was brilliant.
Class. Listen, what I've found out, like especially towards Ryan boxing is so much a business, and if it doesn't matter how good you are or how good you aren't, if you're not selling tickets and entertaining people don't pay to watch it. It's just simple as that. Like the one thing that saved me, even with a couple of losses, I was always in good fights. I came to the fight, lost a couple, fair enough, but I went out in the shield. That's the only way I could describe it.
Now, I know at the beginning you went through a timeline of your achievements and how it all happened for you and your age, but I want to touch up a little bit more about you when you turned pro, if you wouldn't mind talking a bit more about that for us.
So, when I turned pro, I was 22. I was really building up some great momentum. Had lost to Jason Quigley in the senior championships. Controversially, I got 2 public warnings, which is 4 points for anyone who doesn't follow women's boxing. But I lost the fight by 3 points. So if you do them as they lost me the fight. Anyway, Jason won a European gold and only ever until McCallum won a world silver. So I was really at a good level. I was boxing for a match when the World Series of Boxing, traveling the world with them. I was boxing around. I was just boxing in the Tomer tournament, won the gold medal, knocked out 2 guys. So it was really building momentum. Got offered a couple of pro contracts. I was offered a contract in Miami, turned pro there. And then I remember I won gold in the tournament the second year in a row in Finland. If anyone doesn't know what that tournament is, it's a 19-nation annual tournament in Finland for like countries all over. And I won the gold for the second year in a row. I remember in the airport when I flew back into Dublin with the Irish team, I turned on my data roaming, for to get my signal on the phone, and I had a Twitter message played from Barry McGuinn, and it says, Conrad, I'd like to give you a call. Could you give me your number? And I sent him my number, and there's history. I remember he did like the Don King thing on me. I went home and he rang me and told me how good I was and all that stuff. And he flew me to England and picked me up a big bandy car, and probably up a big fancy hotel, and told me I'm gonna have much money. I'm not gonna know to do it and all that stuff. And I was like, holy fuck! To go out for dinner and all. This is where do I sign? Fucking. But it's not something that's it's certainly good, but there was lots of speed bumps and potholes in the way.
That's just life in general, isn't it, man?
All's good.
Good man. So you've signed. Let's talk about how your first fight come about. But not only that, what was going through your head in your first professional fight? You're backstage, or not backstage? Well, yeah, it is backstage, isn't it? And you're sorting yourself out. How are you getting yourself mentally prepared for this first fight?
My first fight, I had my home debut in Odyssey on the card from my box debut, Maxine. I can't remember his name. My home debut there, but I sort of demanded to be it before that, because I turned pro Christmas 2013, and they were saying, I'll put you in Foreman's bill in, I think it was the April 2014. And he says, that's too low. I'm ready to fight. I'm 22. I'm ready to fight in a month's time. It's like because they rushed me to sign the contract. I was due to go to the Commonwealth Games that following summer in Glasgow, 2014. So they had one semi-pro and a semi-pro, but yeah, my debut in York Hall fought a guy, can't remember his name, from Latvia. I beat him pillar to post, and it was so fun because obviously he was boxing at a very, very high level. As amateurs boxing like world level, but then I fought this guy, and I was like, he's a bit shit, you know. I mean that in the next way of Arsenal. I was like, how am I going fighting, you know, this guy who's Cuban Olympic medalist or this? But that's just the nature of the game. So I beat him pillar to post. He never threw a punch at me, and I was like, this is anyway. I won. Then I had my home debut, and obviously I understood the game then, what was happening, and I was more relaxed, and I boxed brilliant in my home debut, and took my time, and had a lot of support down from my throne up to watch me, and obviously, and then just the years flicked by. 23 pro fights. For them, there was like it was in the cusp for world headlines. It was due to if anyone doesn't know, like it was due to go headline. And the Odyssey was sold out, and I'm not naive. Probably wouldn't have sold out the Odyssey. But so Foreman was the headline. It was a co-headline, but he had no belt at him. He was WBO European champion. I was ranked number 12 or 13 in the world. So I wouldn't have probably top 10 in the world. On the fringe of like a world hill chat. Saunders was tweeting me, calling me out, saying we dancing, bro, and all. And then finally doesn't know good areas, slept in the shower, knocked his teeth out. The whole show was cancelled. It was a 13 weeks training in London, out of it, thousands of pounds, no money paid then. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. Ended up in court with my old manager. It won money in Barsters. Didn't fight for 14 months in a title fight. I lost to Luke Keeler, and then just died. Then just that was just couldn't really be honest from that time on. I couldn't get things back to what they once were. If that makes sense.
No, of course. But that's a remarkable story, mate, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. There's a few questions I want to ask you that only you can really sort of answer. You know, I mean, we've had the first podcast I had Darren Barker on, and a fantastic boxer, and he was talking about some of his achievements and how it feels. But I mean, it's going to be different for each boxer. But I mean, for you, how do you stay focused going into the ring? When your music's playing, you know there's people in the crowd who are your family, your friends, you know, do you just keep your head down and keep focused, or are you looking around, seeing who's there? How do you
like, nah, it's funny, like when you're boxing, obviously like especially at a good level, when you did all the work and the you know, you trained meticulous and hard for 12 weeks, 14 weeks, you're going to battle, it's like going to war, right? So it's sounds a bit cheesy, but you're focused on the zone, and you're obviously fighting someone who's good and can fight, and you know, so it's you're switched on, and you're just going out, and you're thinking about nothing else. There's nothing else in your mind, and you're not even thinking about the crowd or the TV. You're just thinking, me and him, let's get it on. You know, but I miss it dearly. When I do, I don't feel about the balance of money or nonsense. I miss my old job.
Have you got a moment in your career that if ever you need a sort of pick me up in your life, you go back to that moment and think, yeah, that was it. That's what I did it for.
So I my first loss till I gave Ronnie my tag for the ABF Intercontinental belt. He was 30 wins and 1 loss. He was a big step up. I had 11 or 12 fights at this stage. Boxing live in Channel 5. The win would have got me the belt. I'm only top 15 in the world. I thought of box. I use that word twice because I used to love the involved in throw-ups, but I boxed, stuck to the plan. I had no mark on my face after the fight. I jobbed and didn't just stand there and have it a go, you know, and thought I boxed very well. I thought, watched the back, I thought I won 8 rounds to 2. If you anyone who watched the fight or can remember that, his face was closed, the boxed at him. I thought I won the fight very comfortably. and I lost on a home show. To this day, I scratched my head. That was my first loss. Anyway, I was very down. I didn't know where I was going. I was due to go to Vegas with Foreman, the box on Vegas with Foreman and Josh Taylor. I was training more than them at the time. My ex-manager and his son, they were all with me. And anyway, Carl, the good friend that he is, rang me about 2 weeks before he fought Leo Santa Cruz the first time. He says, "Send me your." I don't mean this to defend anyone, so don't take this person as just friend chat. He said, "Send me your Irish fucking passport, you fucker." Obviously, Carl's not Irish; he's Northern Irish, and I sent him. But then, long story short, he said didn't feel the same him out there about me, and he booked me a flight to Vegas, and went to Vegas, and I started training with him, and really put the head down, didn't drink, was training out in Vegas with him, out running and bag work, all the rest. And anyway, came home, continued training, spoke to the old manager, said, "Look, what do I do here?" He's like, "I can get you a European title fight, but I don't need no build up. We're just going to roll the dice here. It's no point, rebuilding it. We'll just go for it. We'll just put the chips in, if that makes sense." So I fought for European title live in Channel 5 after my first loss, and put in a career best performance and won my knockout. And I was European champion after my first loss. So that was one of the most amazing things to have that turnaround in a few months. We go from like, where's my career going, to being WBO European champion in that short. Till taking a gamble and paying off.
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. Now, there's just a couple more questions before I ask you a few away from your career, mate. But I want to say, you touched up on at the beginning when you stepped away from boxing, you felt like your body just couldn't keep up anymore. Was that one of the hardest decisions you've ever made in your life?
It was very hard. I'm not emotional now because I'm happy retired. But it was very emotional because all I knew was boxing. And boxing was 9 years of age. I was in university, I know.
Hold up.
Don't you laugh.
No.
I left university when I was 19. I was just about doing my second year of sports science to go full-time boxing. And it paid off, sort of. So to call it a day at 30 was very scary. And once it's over, it's over. No one cares and what's next. But fast forward the clock 2 years later, life is great. Couldn't be better. I've got my personal license for coaching pro fighters, which I haven't signed a fighter yet because I haven't time. When I do that, I want to do it with my full heart and make sure and do it great. Having the time right now, but I will. It's like getting my license for my car. I've got it, but I haven't bought a car. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So I've got my license for taking fighters, one-to-ones. I've got classes all over. I do youth work through the Education Authority. I go about schools, kids that don't want to learn books, and I'd say, "Well, I'm not a teacher. I'm going to teach you a box. Line up. Don't want to box. Go for a walk outside, and they soon line up." So I'm doing great. Life couldn't be better. So if anyone that's like sees this or hears this and in a similar position, don't worry. If the path changes, make a new path, make a bigger path.
Beautiful. It's a lovely thing to say, that, mate. And there will be people listening to this who can relate to that. So I appreciate you sharing that with us, man. I want to ask you though, what is your views on YouTubers in boxing at the moment?
I'm a wee bit jealous of the money they make, but the most of them are shit. I mean that in a polite way. Like I'm very, very confident. I'm retired now, but I would punch that at Jake Paul like comfortably. Like I don't mean that like it's like he is actually okay. He's improved a bit, but it's a bit of a farce, and I feel like boxing is last round. These guys, like, I can mention a few names, but I'm not gonna. But it's a bit of a, it takes away from the prestige of boxing, and like when I turned professional, the only fighters in Ireland professional was cured from Jimmy Conlon and Mark McCullough. When I say him bro, it was on the UTV 6 o'clock news, and it was a pretty big deal. But now you meet guys, and you're going, he's pro,
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah.
It's madness. I mean, no, I did this. I think Jake Paul. You know, I personally I can't stand the guy because I think he's just so arrogant. I mean, maybe because he's got everything. You know, he's got the fight.
I'm gonna tweet him and say you called him out.
Oh, 100%. I'll knock his bollocks in, mate. But it's like, I honestly, I just like, you know, I was having this discussion with someone else. You know, he's never had any sort of amateur fights or nothing like that. You know, and all of a sudden, boom. He's top of the bill, and
he's one thing as well. So the money he's making is ridiculous, millions of pounds. And here's the harsh reality: most professional boxers struggle financially. Like I was very lucky when I was signed. I was guaranteed not silly money, just like a standard pay from a fight. Most fighters, like most, fight for very little, or you know it's. And then obviously then the top guys make silly money, but the gulf in the difference is humongous.
Yeah.
The only way I can describe to you in boxing, professional boxing, there's very, very little in the middle, if that makes sense.
No. There's the bottom and then there's the top.
There's so when I sang pro, I was like, and then I felt like instead of going, it was going like this way, and I was like, what, you know, how's the money start good? And then it's going, should we go up? I was like, here's going back to front here, you know.
No, it is madness. I mean, the thing is, I speak to a lot of people and they go, yeah, but you're going to watch it. And I say, well, I'm not going to pay for it. If I can stream it, I'll watch it because I want to see him get his, you know, get it out.
You cheapskate.
No, I don't stream it. I pay for it. But it's like,
so do I.
But it's like, it's just mental, you know, and like similar to what you said, maybe there is a little element of jealousy where I think, you know, they've come up with an idea where I think it started 2 YouTubers put on an event and then all of a sudden it's just blown up, and I think it's getting ridiculous to the point where I think McGregor said something about he wants to box Jake Paul or KSI or something. I don't know. But I mean,
like, it's just like I went to Vegas to watch McGregor v Mayweather. But it was it was just a holiday. It was like, that fight was not a real fight. But also I'm not going to tell the story, but I missed the fight. Vegas 1, Conrad 0. Yeah, Vegas baby. but like what the that's like me going, oh well, I'm gonna. It's 2 different sports, you know. It's like golf and boxing. It's like they're not even okay. They're both contact, but they're not.
No.
Chalk and G's.
It was ridiculous. I mean, similar to the recent one, Diaz, wasn't it? You know, I mean, he looked like he was pissed up in the ring, mate. He was like, "Oh, it don't matter. I'm getting a check, you know."
Turn his words and shit. And like he always looks pissed up. That was a big stone. I'm saying I'm coming back for one more fight. I'm one of these big YouTubers, get like one last big fight, and then I'm definitely done.
I'll try and sort it out with you, mate. I'll try and get a couple of YouTubers on for you.
Whatever, people knowledge much.
But I mean, I've really enjoyed this chat, mate, and it's been lovely to get to know you more. You know, we followed each other for a long time now, and it's great to finally have a chat. But I'm going to ask you this though. I want you to come and or I'll come down to one of your gyms soon, and I want you to train me up a bit. See what's up.
Send me a message. Maybe we get a date, we get a time, and we'll give you a bit of a session. Enjoy, man.
100%. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you at that, mate. I think that's been a brilliant one. And
hope all was good. You heard my clan lingo.
I've lived over here for a while now, and I'm still picking up a few of the words, mate. You know, I think I'm doing all right.
Good morning.
Listen, thank you for your time, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
God bless. All right,
take care. Thank you.
Great.
Well, there we go. That was the end of, I think that was episode 9. Lovely bloke, really is a lovely bloke. I'm going to try and sort him out of a YouTube fight as well. Hopefully he'll give me 50% of the winnings. Anyway, look after yourselves, and I'll see you again on Thursday for episode 10. Take care. God bless.
A man of illusion, a magic god, the one, the mind. I'm the magic man.